Mic check. There we go. Did I mistype that? Remove. I could have sworn. Arch Linux -2025.11.01-x80. Oh. Underscore 64. Okay. Isotort. Yay, got it. Oops. Hey, Braven, what are you up to tonight? You guys getting rain up there like we are down here? We had a ton of storms coming through Texas, Oklahoma, Kansas. There's a really big. It stretches all the way from like Oklahoma City down to San Antonio right now. Oh my gosh, my typing is really bad. Either my typing or my reading. Just not reading things right tonight. Okay, let's go. RM or RA KDE dash desktop dash live dash 43 dash 1.6.x86 underscore 64.iso. Oh my gosh, I actually typed it right. That's the first time tonight I've actually typed something correctly. Okay, now I need to get rid of that ISO file for Kali. Dash Linux. I think I already backed that up. on my flash drive, so I won't be needing that. And if I do, I can just re-download it. I'm just trying to free up some space. Okay, let's see how I'm looking now. All right, how do I check? Are you watching those rainstorms over the central part of the country right now, Braven? There's a lot. We got a ton of rain last night. The thunder was like really loud and was shaking the house. My dog was freaking out. Okay, let's see. Yeah, it was like a good 3 hours of like thunder and lightning. Okay, do I have, let me eject that really quick and run it again. Okay. Well, let me run that again. I thought it was like car lights outside my house at first because I didn't hear any thunder, but it was actually lightning. I could have sworn it was like cars driving outside my house, and like, which is really weird because we don't get a lot of traffic on my street. And I was like, dang, there must be something going on outside. And I was like laying in bed watching a movie, and so I didn't really pay much attention to it. And next thing I know, it was like boom. The thunder cracked and my dog like jumped up and started freaking out. I was like, holy crap. Oh, I've only been streaming for like 10 minutes. I'm just cleaning up my hard drive. I'm trying to figure out like what all these different drive things mean, because I downloaded a bunch of like ISO files and I got plenty of space on my hard drive, but I just didn't want things in my download folder to start getting cluttered. So I'm just trying to clean things out, but I wasn't sure what everything means here. I know that NVMe 0 is my my hard drive, but it's showing like a P1 and a P2. I think P1 might be the boot, and then the P2 must be like the rest of the space, like my home folder, like everything that's in my home folder, and everything in the P1 is like my boot folder, I guess, where all like the system files are. I gotta figure that out. Yeah, man, I've been checking out Distro Watch. I was looking on here. I just found the website the other night. Um it's pretty cool because it like tells you, I mean, you already know all this stuff, but it was new to me, and like they keep it. It looks like it's kept up to date really good. Like they update it every day. And there was a couple distros that I wanted to check out. I went ahead and installed let me see if I can bring up my computer here. I got an older laptop that I went ahead and installed Kali on, and I got everything working fine. But the only problem is that I guess this laptop is known for issues in Kali for not being able to detect the wireless card that's built inside. I guess the card or the chip or whatever has the wireless and the Bluetooth on it. And I read a bunch of articles on it, and I eventually found the drivers to install. But the laptop doesn't have an Ethernet cord, so I can't run updates until I get that wireless card. And because I can't run updates, I can't do because I can't run the updates on the internet. It won't let me install it for some reason. So I'm probably going to have to end up going to Walmart tomorrow and getting like an Ethernet adapter that hooks into the USB port and run the updates that way. So that way I can install the drivers. I actually have the drivers right now downloaded, and it's in a directory on my desktop. But no matter what commands I run, and I've looked at like 50 different articles on the internet and none of them work. And I'm guessing it's because I can't run the update. So I looked on Walmart's website and they have some for like $12, something like that. Well, that's what I did. I put it on a thumb drive and tried it that way. I even went through the reinstall, like I reinstalled Kali. And you know how you like when you go through the reinstall process, it checks the all the different devices, and it said cannot detect an Ethernet card. Would you like to search for it on a thumb drive or external storage? And I selected yes, and my USB was in there, and it said that it could not read the USB for some reason. But I know the USB stick is fine because I stuck it in another computer, and that's the USB stick that I put it on. And it gets recognized when I plug it in through Finder. So I know the USB stick is fine. But I guess this particular laptop, the chip that they're using, is like famous for like giving Linux Kali issues. It didn't give Linux Mint issues when I installed Linux Mint. It just worked, but through Kali for some reason, it's kind of like a pain in the butt. So I'm just going to either have to go get one of those Ethernet adapters or just buy a USB wireless thing, because they say like all those work. You just plug it in and then it just works. But I might get both. I don't know. I think getting the USB adapter would be better, because then if I can get that to work, then I can get the wireless chip to work, and then I can just return the USB adapter and not have to worry about it. But we'll see what happens. I'm going to go up there tomorrow and see if they got any in stock. If not, I'll just order one off Amazon or something. But I guess I've put a lot of junk in here in my download folder that I don't need. Like, here, let me go to the file and look at my downloads. Because I want to see, because I downloaded some good images that I wanted to use for a YouTube video that I'm making. Let's see. Which ones don't I need? There's the directory with those files that I need for my wireless chip. War Painter, what is in here? User. I'm not messing with that. I don't know why there's a user. Maybe I unzip something that has a user file. I don't know what the heck that came from. Let me see. I don't know what the world that is. I must have unzipped something in here or extracted it. Let's see, VBox auto start VBox. What the heck is VBox? VirtualBox. That's what it is. Okay, now I remember. But I like the hold on, let me see something. I like the way Kali runs on that laptop, to be honest. Once I get the wireless card installed, I'm going to go ahead and install like some of the apps that I normally use, like LibreOffice, There's this other browser that I like using. I like Firefox. But there's this other one out there that looks almost just like Firefox, but from what I read, it doesn't not that Firefox like steals like all your information, but I heard that Firefox um does collect some information, and there's another one out there called like shoot, I can't remember what the name of it is off the top of my head. It starts with like wolf instead of fox. It's like snow wolf or something like that. I don't know. See if your phone. Oh man, I never thought of that. But my phone. Um. You can put wireless firmware on a USB and install it that way, and then get updates. See if your laptop will accept your phone as a USB tether. Yeah, LibreWolf. Maybe that was it. I think that might have been it. So if I plug my phone into that computer, um, even if it does accept it, I wonder how I could get the internet to work. I don't know if I could get the internet to work through it though. And once I did, I would have to do all the research again about having to do. Well, maybe I could just run like that sudo app upgrade slash update and get it that way. Well, I got the personal hotspot for the Wi-Fi. Like I can like use my phone as a hub, but I don't know if I can share the internet through a USB. I don't know how that works. Because because like I use it for like when my kids in the car with me and they're using their tablets, I'll put on the Wi-Fi share or personal hotspot. I mean, and it works fine. But without the wireless card being used, oh, if I can tether it through a USB, okay, let me give it a shot really quick. Hold on, I got to get the laptop. It's like kind of hidden behind the monitor. For some reason, I can't get the computer monitor to be the primary display again. Um, Hold on 1 second. I'm on the it says laptop display is the primary display. Okay, there we go. keep that. Oh, okay, I think that's gonna work. For some reason it's weird though. It's showing my folders over there. All right. Anyhow, let me get a USB cord here. It's got to be USB-C to USB-C. Let me see if I got an extra one in here. I know I got a few in here. That's an old one. That's the one for the kid's iPad that won't work. Okay, I found one. Shit, I might have to take a break here in a minute. The kids want pizza tonight, so I'm gonna have to run up to the pizza shop, get them something in the next half an hour or so. They got school tomorrow, so. All right, let me turn on hotspot. And make sure hotspot's on. Okay, it says to connect using USB, plug in your iPhone into your computer, choose iPhone from the list of network services. Oh my God, you guys are geniuses. Hold on, I think this might work, guys. It says it's been disconnected. What happened? I click on it. Hold on. Let me see if it's connected. Wait a minute, is this gonna work? Yeah, I don't think it's not working. Hold on. When I click on the you know, the little icon in the toolbar for network connections, it's got it listed. It says wired Ethernet 1. Oh, there it goes. It's just really slow. Hold on. Okay. So now I should be able to run sudo update. And let's see. Hey, I think it's gonna work. Hold on. It's really slow for some reason. It connected. Oh my God, you guys are genius, man. How'd you know to do that? You're freaking smart. Yeah, I'm not sure how it might be going slow because this cable isn't the fastest. I've got some better ones over here, but I think if this is really, really slow, then I can just grab another one, but it's already, I ran a sudo app update and it's already at 47%. So because if that works, then I think it will be able to install the drivers. Oh yeah, the Wi-Fi in the house is pretty good. It's like it's like in a different room, but I think it'll be good. Yeah, if I can get the wireless working though, I could unplug my phone. That's pretty sick that it works on Linux. That was like super easy. All right, it's at 81% now. I didn't want to install Kali on my regular computer that I use all the time, but since I do like it, I figured I would go ahead and put it on that old laptop. It was like an old laptop that a buddy gave me, No, isn't it? Honestly, it's not that old. It's just that he got a better one and knew I wanted a laptop and just gave it to me. So it's nothing special, but it'll run. It'll run Linux. Okay. It ran sudo update, so now I guess I gotta run upgrade maybe. Uh, oh, it's got a lot of updates it can run, but it's not asking me to. Oh, there's a crap ton. I think it's installing the updates now. There's quite a few of them actually. I think the laptop that he bought and gave me, he bought it like at Walmart like last year on Black Friday. It's just an HP laptop, but it's I don't know. I mean, it's decent. I mean, it's not bad. He kept good. He kept it in good shape. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just got a Intel i5 or something like that. But I think it's got like a half a gig, or not a half a gig, 500 gig. I don't know, 500 gig hard drive or something like that. I don't know how much RAM it's got. Probably either 16 or 32, but it runs Linux just fine. I was running Mint on it for the last 2 weeks, and it was pretty snappy with Linux Mint. So, I mean, shit, for free, who cares, right? Yeah, I know, man. I haven't had a laptop that had an Ethernet port since probably the last MacBook I had like 10 years ago. That had an Ethernet port, but none of the new ones do. I thought I was going to have to buy like a dongle, plug in the USB dongle and put the Ethernet in there, but shoot, if we can get this to work here, I don't need to. It's running a bunch of updates. I don't even know if I put in the right command. I typed in sudo app update, and then it gave me like a list of things that it needed to, and then I ran sudo upgrade, and that's what it's doing now. I'm not even really sure the difference between the two. Shoot, I had all those websites up in my browser of like what to do to get the wireless card working, but I closed them all because I got frustrated because I couldn't do it manually. So I might have to Google search that again. Or maybe it's just something really simple that the update will figure it out. Man, what time is it over in Germany? It's got to be like 1 a.m. Because isn't Siri in Germany? I thought you said he was in Germany. Or that might have been somebody else. I can't remember. App updates. App update checks for updates. App upgrade downloads. Okay, awesome. Now I think one time you told me that you can run both at the same time, like app update space and app upgrades. I think we were in it somewhere before. I can't remember. But that's good to know. So run update first to check, and then run the actual upgrades. Okay, awesome. Yeah, I keep a little clock on my weather computer, and because I always need to know what time it is UTC, because where I'm at, I'm 6 hours difference from UTC, and all the weather apps and weather information comes in as UTC. So I have to know, instead of having to do it in my brain, I just have like one of those clocks on my computer that can do like 4 time zones. So I keep Central Time Zone for me, UTC, Berlin, and what's the other city? I think it was Japan or something like that. But you guys are 1 hour ahead of UTC, so the difference between my time zone and yours is 7 hours, and UTC is 6 hours. But during daylight savings time, or like when the clocks change here, which is kind of silly, I don't know why we even do it anymore. It becomes one less hour because you guys, I guess, don't use the savings time or whatever, which you shouldn't. I mean, I think it's kind of silly, but yeah, that's the one I was talking about. Monster, that sudo app update and sudo app upgrade. Yeah. Let's see where we're at now. Yeah, it's probably going to take a while because one, it's probably a slow connection, and two, since I just installed it, there's probably like a lot of updates. So I might just like sit here and let it run for a while, and let me go ask my son what he wants for dinner. I can either make him something really quick or get him a pizza. I think he wants a pizza though. I'm burned out on pizza, to be honest with you. I'm trying to teach him how to use the computer a little bit. He's only 7, but I got him, like, he has these spelling tests at school. So what I've been having him do is just like opening a word processor or text edit and like typing in and stuff. It was funny watching him trying to type on the keyboard. He was like, "Why aren't the letters in order?" I was like, "What do you mean?" He was like, well, why isn't it start at the top A, B, C, D? I was like, "Oh man, I don't know. Whoever invented the keyboard, figured that that was a better way. I don't know why." I wonder why they set up the keyboard the way they did. I'm sure there's a story behind it. Probably they set it up for like the most common words used or something like that, and set the keys where your fingers sit or something. I think I remember that from like high school. Back then we had to take I think it was like, well, here in America, I think it was like either ninth or 10th grade. We had to take a typing class, and we were the very first class in my school history to actually be able to take the typing class on a computer. All the rest of them, like before us, were on actual typewriters. And I remember the day they came in with the computers, they were like on a pallet with all these monitors. And like back then we didn't have flat screens. There were those big CRT monitors, and they had to bring them in on a forklift because they're so heavy. And they weren't anything. They were like IBM. Oh, if remember what an OS2 looked like, it was that. And all it had was like one floppy drive, and that was it. It was just one floppy drive. And the only application that we could run, I don't even think it might have had Windows on it, because I think the program that we were using was like one of the first text editors that Microsoft put out before they actually called it Word. It was called something else, and it was just a blue screen with like white text on it. But the keyboards were epic. They were like so clicky, and I really like clicky keyboards. Not the ones that are like overly clicky, like way clicky, but I like the keyboards that have a little bit of push to it, and you feel a little something when you press it. Like the keyboard that I have now is just like the cheap keyboard that came with the computer. but I used to have this really cool keyboard that came like in an old IBM computer, and it was like that big. You could like, it was so big you could like surf on it, and like it had all the keys on it and everything, and it felt so good and satisfying when you pressed it. I gotta find like a keyboard that can duplicate that, and I could type on it really fast. Like these little chiclet keyboards that come with the computers now, they're like really small, and they're literally like a little chiclet, and there's not much press to it like that. There's really not. And like sometimes I'll hit it and not sure, but with those old keyboards, you know, if you hit the key because it would literally click, you know. They're called mechanical keyboards. Oh man. I'm gonna get one. I want to get like one of the they make, I think they make Bluetooth ones or something like that, right? That you don't need a wire for. But it has like but you can't, I like the ones that are Bluetooth, but you can still plug in and use it as like a USB charging port. So like if your phone's dying, you can like plug it into your keyboard and charge it that way. That would be pretty sick. I would like that. Or maybe like one of those keyboards that has extra USB ports where you could like stick a USB drive in or something like that. The really old Apple keyboards that came with the original iMacs, they had like a USB port on each side of the keyboard, so you could plug in like a mouse or a thumb drive or something like that. Those were really nice, and those felt really good too. They were kind of clicky. I would love to get like one of those old IBM keyboards or the iMac, the original iMac keyboards that they came with. Those were the best. I'm sure they got better ones today that feel better and work better, but those are just like really good. If I could get my hands on one, I'd buy one, but it'd probably be hard to find one that actually works now. I bet there's a company out there or something like that that makes like ones just like it. It looks like it's updating Firefox right now, but you're right, it's going pretty slow. I don't want to stop it now. That I would switch cables, but since it's already made it this far, I'm just gonna roll with it. It looks like it, yeah, it looks like it just finished upgrading Firefox. Now it's updating something to do with Kali. The next project that I want to do, and I'm probably going to need a lot of help from you guys, is that remember that one computer I was telling you about that I found in my garage that couldn't run Windows anymore? I went ahead and installed Mint on that one, and the hard drive isn't like huge or anything. I think it's like 250. Yeah, 250. But I was thinking about using that one to back up, like, because I do a lot of art stuff, like drawing on my tablet, and then I transfer it to my computer to back it up. But some of those files get pretty big, and like when you're making YouTube videos, some like I made it like the other day I made like a 10-minute long YouTube video, and I forget how many gigs it was, but it was huge. And I was like, holy cow. I was like, that's gonna fill up my hard drive like really fast. And what I want to be able to do is like the Mint computer that I'm using right now. What I want to be able to do is like do my art stuff on there and my YouTube videos. And after I upload the YouTube video to YouTube, I want to be able to transfer to that old computer. And I know I could do it with like a USB stick. I could just like put on a USB stick and then walk over there and plug it in. But I thought what would be cool is that like if you could do it on my home network somehow, like just transfer, like be able to go into like a folder and see a folder on that computer and just be able to like drag and drop it. And I don't care if it's slow. I mean, It doesn't matter to me. If it's slow transferring or if it's fast, it don't matter. I just want to be able to like if I'm on this computer and I think of an idea like, oh man, I can make that video that I uploaded a lot better if I did this, instead of having to go over there, transfer it to the USB stick, walk over here, put it in, download it. If I could just transfer it over my home network, that would be really cool. Oh, that's really smart, Monster. I didn't think about that. Monster said you can compress the file and then store them. .gzip is the standard Linux utility. Oh man, I didn't think of that. But still, it would be cool to learn how to do that. I need to learn how to do that because I don't have that really old computer plugged in right now. But once this Kali laptop is done updating, maybe I could set that up, because the Kali laptop, again, I don't want to have to like re-download like all this artwork and stuff that I did. I want to be able to like just transfer it. I guess it's not that hard. I mean, you just stick in the USB stick there and then take it out and put it on here, but it would just be cool to be able to like take something from that hard drive and put it on this hard drive, and like, because like sometimes I'll start working on like a piece and it starts frustrating me, or I get bored with it, and then like 3 months later I'll come back and be like, okay, now I'm ready to finish it, and I don't want to have to like, you know, transfer it from one stick to another. Maybe we can do that as a project one night. I don't know if I'll have time to do it tonight, but oh, it's moving fast now. It's downloading stuff faster. I guess they're smaller files. Yeah, I just go through the local internet company here, and they gave me like this little box, which I guess is the router. It's only got like one Ethernet port in it, and then I'm sorry, it has two Ethernet ports in it. One Ethernet cord goes to the wireless router, and then I think I have my PlayStation or something like that plugged into the other. So it's just a simple home wireless network that I use here. It's not like a fancy one. It's like the generic. I think the brand name is like Euro, like EERO, something like that. And everything in my house just runs off of it, like my computer, my son's tablet that he uses for watching videos. And when I get home, I usually switch my phone over to Wi-Fi so I don't use my data. Secure shell. Here, let me check that out while this is updating. Linux secure shell. Secure shell is a cryptographic network protocol that enables secure communications between two devices over an unsecured network, most commonly used for remote login, command line execution. Let's see. There we go. There's file transfer. Facilitates secure file transfers using associated protocols like SCP, SFTP, SSH file transfer. There you go. There's that SSH you're talking about. It says the remote Linux machine runs an SSH that listens for incoming connections, typically on TCP port 22, though it can be changed. An SSH client program on the local machine initiates the connection to the server. And after successful authentication, an encrypted channel is established for secure communication. And then it says, like, example of a connection to a remote Linux server is via SSH. So it's command SSH space username at remote _ host IP or host name. Yeah, I missed that first message you saw. It came through. I think I just missed it. Let me just see something. What is SSH? Oh shoot! Hold on 1 second. I need to go check with my son and see what he wants to eat. I'll be right back. Hey, bro, are you hungry? No. Yeah. I was wondering what you said. I'm not so sick. Joy. Oh, good. Alright, well, I'm YouTube streaming right now, trying to fix my computer. But when you get 100K, don't be shy. Just come in there, just tell them. Don't walk in there with your underwear on. Just stay here at the door and hey, Dad, I need you. All right. He said he didn't want anything yet. He wasn't hungry. But I think he's been snacking since he's been home, so. Personally, I'm getting kind of hungry. But I'll wait till he tells me he's ready to eat. All right, let me look on here really quick. Let's put in Linux SSH home network. It says to use SSH for home network, first ensure that SSH server is installed on the Linux machine. And the firewall is configured to allow SSH connection. Then find the local IP address of the Linux machine and use the SSH username at IP address command from the other device on the same network to connect. For access outside the home network, you'll need to configure your router for port forwarding to direct external traffic to your Linux machine, it says. That doesn't seem too hard. Oh, really? So let's try that. So here's my network folder right here. And then network. There's nothing in there right now. Probably because the computer isn't on. The one that I want to store all the stuff on, it's not on right now. Yeah, it's not even plugged in. But I could do it once we once Mr. Callie over here finishes updating, because I think from what you were saying is that, you know, like say I use that really old computer as my server, but I want to send something to the Callie computer. I wonder if I could if I had something in my shared folder on here or something like that, that this laptop that I'm updating right now could swap files. It has to be running SSH daemon. So, darn it, that computer's not plugged in. Let me, I don't even think I have a keyboard and mouse I can use for that computer right now. Yeah, I don't have a good keyboard and computer. I have to wait till this one finishes updating. So if I type into the command line right now, let's see. So would I type in, so is it only the host computer that needs the SSH daemon or just both of them? I'm going to see if this one has an installed D8. Let's see. Yeah, you're right, Monster. It sounds like that's like basic stuff. I think I'm getting more comfortable with the command line now, like the terminal. I'm feeling more comfortable with that. But this is like, let's see how long I've been doing this one. I think I've been on Mint for about, I can't remember if it's 2 weeks or 3 weeks, something like that. But I watch a lot of videos like when I'm driving back and forth to work and stuff like that, or even when I'm working. I'll watch like a bunch of YouTube videos. But some of the videos that are on YouTube that do the Linux stuff, they either talk really, really fast, or they kind of assume that you know a lot about Linux already. Because I watched one video about transferring files from one Linux machine to another, and he was like, you need to download like this file or something like that. Not like a directory file that goes on your computer, but an actual program, and run it. And it was really confusing because he was like showing you how to like change your home IP address on your different computers, because he said that your computers needed to have a static IP and everything like that. But it just seemed like the program that he was using was like really not user friendly. So I don't know. I would like to just be able to go into, like you said, go into your network folder and see the other computers on your network and be able to like drag and drop files and like take files back and forth. Right on. I'll definitely get that set up. I just can't do it. I probably won't have time to do it tonight, but um maybe tomorrow. What I could do, because I don't have to work tomorrow, so um while my son's at school, I can mess around with the computer that I'm going to use as the host computer, um and then get all that set up on it, and then tomorrow night we can like figure out how to get this computer to talk to that one. But I already wrote it down, the SSH daemon. I'll watch a video on how to get that set up on the other computer, because it's running the same operating system as this one. I think it's running Mint too, so it should be pretty easy because there's a lot of good articles out there. But like, I think you also have to go into your firewall. Here, let me see something. I'm gonna pull it up on Google really quick. So it says setting up a SSH on a Linux computer allows secure remote access. The general steps as follows: install Open SSH server. On most Debian-based systems like Ubuntu and Mint, users type in sudo app update, sudo app install Open SSH-server. I could definitely do that. Open-based systems like Fedora and Cent use a different thing there. They use DNF. But I would use app install, because both of these are running Mint. I don't know what Kali is though. Is Kali Debian based? Let's see. Uh, API. Yeah, it says Kali is also based on Debian or Debian. I'm not sure which way to pronounce it. So that would be easy too, because the only two distros that I'm running are both Debian based. So that way I can do it on all of them. If you use sudo app update and APR update, then it's Debian. Okay. The Linux Foundation. Let me pull that up. Oh, I'm gonna do that one course that you were talking about. I forget who said it, but that YouTube based MIT course. I'm gonna take that for the I think there's two of them actually. One of them definitely was for Python, and I think the other one they had a JavaScript too one. Let's see. So Foundation. Let me close this. App upgrade. Okay, I see what you're saying. Well, all the computers that I'm using in the house are all going to be Wi-Fi. The only thing that's hooked up to Ethernet is my gaming console. That's the only thing. Let me go. So here's the Linux Foundation. Oh my gosh, they do certifications. I didn't know that. Let's see. Oh, geez, they got a lot. Holy cow, I had no idea they had that much. They have certifications, skill cred, express learning, e-learning courses, instructor-led courses, free e-learning. Let's see what networking courses. Source control management with Git, open data formats, develop Helm charts, open data formats, JSON. Wow. You must get like some kind of, okay, here's certification. There's no certifications for network. Whoops, sorry. I clicked the wrong button. Let me click back on certifications again. I don't know what Kubernetes is or whatever that is. Kubernetes. They have a Linux Foundation certified course and Linux Foundation certified IT associate. Certified TARS application developer. Certified GitOps associate. Yeah, you're right. Let me see what else they have here. Take that off. They have 160 e-learning courses. That's great. That's really good. Let me see what this one is. This is certified IT associates plus something in cloud native associated exam bundle. I need to let me go back to the home page and bookmark this so I can go back to it. That's really cool though. Cybersecurity skills framework. I heard that's a really big deal right now as far as the job market all over like every country. They're like begging people to get certified in cybersecurity because there's not enough people out there that are like certified or have degrees. And a lot of these companies are trying to hire folks to work in-house. Like say for example you own like a company not like as big as Amazon, but like something where you have to don't want people getting into your system, but like they need people to hire to make sure that their systems are already secure or always secure, and there's just not enough people to go around. And like they're trying to like pluck people from other companies and offering them like bonuses and higher pay to come work for their company because there's not enough qualified people to do it right now. And like it's so important for like e-commerce, like companies that do any kind of e-commerce. I imagine they have to have a really strong, security folks working for them. Oh, that Kobonet is for container management, like Docker. Think of Docker as basically being a virtual machine. Oh, yeah, I've heard that before. The Docker thing. I've heard of that. Yeah. Let me see if they've got intro. Here we go. Here's one. Here's a couple of them actually. Let's click on that one. Oh, it's a free one too. Wow. Intro to Linux, LFS 101. Develop a good working knowledge of Linux and using both the graphical user interface and the command line across the major Linux distribution families with this free training course. Oh, I'm taking that. Who is this for? The introduction to Linux course is designed for experienced computer users who have limited or no previous exposure to Linux, whether they are working or an individual or enterprise environment. What you'll learn. The course explores the various tools and techniques commonly used by Linux system administrators and end users to achieve their day-to-day work in the Linux environment. You will gain a good working knowledge of Linux and learn how to navigate through major Linux distributions, system configurations, and graphical interface of Linux, basic command line operations, common applications of Linux, and more. What it prepares you for. Upon completion of this introduction to Linux training, you should have a good working knowledge of Linux, both from a graphical and command line perspective, allowing you to easily navigate through any of the major Linux distributions. You will be able to continue your progress as either a user, system administrator, or developer using the acquired skill set. 60 hours of course material, hands-on in labs, discussion forum, unlimited access to online courses, digital badge. Oh, I'm signing up for this. Oh, here's the course outline. Here we go. Chapter 1, the Linux Foundation. Chapter 2, Linux Philosophy and Concepts. Linux-based system startup. Graphical interface, system configuration and graphical interface, common applications, command line operations, finding Linux documentation. That's a big one for me. Processes, file operations, text editors, user environment, manipulating text, network operations, the bash shell, and basic scripting. I really want to do that. More on bash shell scripting, printing, and local security principles. Oh, that's money, dude. That's awesome. Thank you so much. I'm going to sign up for that. I'm serious. I'm going to take every single free course first. Yeah, that would be really cool. I'm going to, when I get off, before I go to bed tonight, I'm going to create an account on their site and start doing some of their material. Oh, I'm fired up, buddy. I'm so fired up. Start taking some classes. The Linux Foundation is the official Linux Foundation. They are the stewards of the developing Linux kernel. Well, was the Linux Foundation originally set up by the guy who did GNU, or was this Linus Torvalds that set this up? I think it was free. The other guy, I know his name. Hold on. Dude, that's not what I wanted to do. I have it here on my website. I read a little article. Where is he at? That's Linus Torvalds there. There he is. Richard Stallman. So it says back in 1983, Richard Stallman launched the GNU project. GNU's not Unix to create a complete free Unix-like operating system. By the early 1990s, GNU had developed many essential components, compilers, libraries, shells, but lacking a working kernel. But what was the name of the organization that he started? I think I have it on here somewhere. GNU laid the philosophical and technical foundation for the free software movement. That's what he has, the free software movement. So maybe it was Linus and his group or somebody associated with them that started the Linux Foundation. So it was Linus Torvalds for Richard Stallman set up the... Oh, you're ahead of me, dude. I should have read the comments. You beat me to it. So I'm kind of curious. Let me, I don't know if I've ever looked at the website for the free one, the free, no, I think I did actually look at their website and it was really out of date. What was it called again? The free software movement. Oh, wait a minute. That's not their website. That's Wiki. Let me go back and see if I can find their... There we go. Just GNU.org. Yeah, I did check out their website. Oh, they have an education section as well. Let's see. It says, how does free software relate to education? Software freedom plays a fundamental role in education. Educational institutions of all levels should use and teach free software because it's the only software that allows them to accomplish their essential mission, to disseminate human knowledge and to prepare students to be good members of their community. The source code and the methods of free software are part of the human knowledge. On the contrary, proprietary software is secret, restricted knowledge, which is opposite of the mission of educational institutions. Free software supports education. Proprietary software forbids education. Free software is not just a technical question, it is an ethical, social, and political question. It is a question of the human rights that user of the software ought to have. Freedom and cooperation are essential values of free software. The GNU system implements these values and the principles of software sharing, since sharing is good and beneficial to human progress. Right on. What is this here? So it doesn't look like they offer any classes that I see here, but resources. Oh, here's some educational resources. Let's see. Educational free software. G Compress, GIMP, Tux Paint. Software. Oh, wow. Look at this. Wow, that's a heck of a list. Let me just click on one of these and see what it does. Oh, it just tells you what it is. All right. They're available from, oh, these are, oh, I guess this is if you don't have it installed on your computer. Let's see. Oh, these are all the GNU packages right here. And then decommission GNU packages. So these are the distros that they're showing on their site. I've never heard of any of these. I've heard of Pure. I'm sorry, I take that back. I've heard of Pure OS, I think, but these other ones I've never heard of. Dragora, GNU Linux. That's good to know. I'll bookmark that one. I want to go back to this though. Yeah, you can sign up to be a Linux Foundation affiliate. That might be something good. I don't really need to make. I'm not looking to make money from them, but I wouldn't mind advertising them on my website. Which one was it? The Corey. Look at the menu. Okay, let me go back. Let's see. Go back. Which one was it? Core utilities. There we go, Siri. Here it is. The GNU core utilities are the basic file, shell, and text manipulation utilities of the GNU operation system. They are the core utilities which are expected to exist on every operating system. Info. Oh, I wonder if let me see something. Oh wow, it's right in the command line or terminal. Sorry. It says this manual documents version 9.4 of the GNU core utilities, including the standard programs for text and file manipulation. Copyrighted 94 to 2023. Permissions are granted to copy, distribute, and or modify this document under the terms of the GNU Free Documentation License version 1.3. Introduction. Oh shoot, this is like a book. I could sit here and learn stuff for hours on there. Let's see here. Wait a minute, let me try something really quick. Let's go to info. Core utilities or utils dash ls. Oh, did I type it wrong? Core utils. Oh, I put a dash in there. I guess it doesn't need a dash. Oh, so wait a minute. Maybe. Okay, hold on. Let's try something different here. Let's try I don't think this is one of the core utilities. Oh, so that lets you skip around. Wait a minute, what is it called? The Debian reference manual? Yeah, that's Siri. That's awesome that it's right here.
Sorry, YouTube hasn't added.
My phone went off when I said your name. Hold on. Hold on, let me go. Let me bookmark that other one you just said. Hold on, let me put that other one in here too. Um, oh wow, check this out. Hold on, I'm gonna bookmark this right now so I don't lose that. Oh wow, yeah, this is like a huge book online. Upon starting the system, you are presented with a character-based login screen if you did not install the GUI environment such as GNOME, KDE, desktop. Suppose that your host name is Foo. The login prompt allows you to Foo login. Okay. So the root account is called the super user or privileged user. From this account, you can perform the following system administration tasks: read, write, remove any files on the system irrespective of their file permissions, set file ownership and permissions of any file on the system, set the password of non-privileged users on the system, log into any account without their permissions. What? So if I set up an account for like a family member on here, I could like get into their account and look around. This unlimited power of root account requires you to be considerate and responsible when using it. Never share the root password with others. File permissions of a file, including hardware devices such as CD-ROM, etc., which are just another file for Debian systems, may render it unusable or inaccessible for non-root users. Although the use of root account is quick way to test the kind of situation, its resolution should be done through proper settings and file permissions and user group membership. Here are a few basic methods to gain root shell prompt and using the root password. Type root at the character-based prompt login. Type at, well, hold on, let me get out of here and try some of these. There we go. And then to get out, I think it was just CD, right? No, it's not CD. It's to get out of root was SU, maybe? Nope. No, I can't remember. Somebody told me the other day how to get out of root. Exit maybe. Nope. Let's see. Yeah, I didn't know that you, as the super user, you could see other people's files. That's wild. Because under the hood, Mint is basically Debian with just a different GUI, I guess. SU Dan. Oh, there we go. Okay, thank you. And then CD, I guess. So, okay. So to get into SU dash, so there's under the root, you can only see desktop. Well, that's fine because I'm into root right now and I typed in ls and the only thing that comes up is desktop. Maybe I need to go to ls all. There we go. Okay. There's that SSH that we were talking about. Oh, here's a good question. Since I'm the super user, is it the first three, even if it's a directory, the first three permissions, read, write, execute, would that be considered Dan, me? And then after that, it's group, and then after that is individual user. See, I thought I would just fall under group, but apparently, since I'm the super user, I would be in the first three permissions. But that's really weird that I can't well, I guess those aren't executables because I see there, I don't know if you can see it on the screen, but under that list, which one is it? The third one down called .bash history. It says read write, but not execute. So I guess that's not something that can be executed anyway. I noticed it's that way with all the files, but the directories, I can't execute those. So, that's interesting. So that's where Nemo's stored, is under config. I'm kind of curious. Let me go ls-lha there real quick. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. Okay, so I'm the super user. So that first grouping right there, it says RWX for all of them. So I really am. I guess, I'd have to be, because if somebody needs to get into the root and make changes or move something or delete something, then I'm the only person that would do it, since I'm the only person that uses the computer, So that would kind of make sense that I would be the super user. I just never occurred to me. I thought, I don't know what I thought. I don't know what I thought. I just never really thought about it, I guess. Okay. So the config is where all the user configuration files are. Well, it's been kind of like my goal over the last week or so is to try to do everything from like the console, or I call it console, I guess. Do you guys refer to it as console, or do you guys refer to it as terminal? I guess terminal would be the correct way. I think on Windows, maybe it was called console or something. So maybe that's why it's sticking in my head. It said terminal. See what I type in CD Dan, but for some reason, there's still the distinction between root account and Dan. The user account who has root permission when he types sudo in front of the command. There's still a distinction between root. Okay, yeah, right. Okay, so there's root, and then there's the account Dan. but Dan has been assigned the title of super user, and I guess there's a group, maybe super user group too. I don't know. Okay. All right. I'm going to try to say terminal just because I don't know. Sometimes I just go back to my old ways of saying console because I think that's what it was called in Mac and Windows, actually. I'm not sure. But again, that doesn't. It's funny because I'm back in the root folder and I changed directory to Dan, but this says there's no such file. I thought that's how I got out of it. No. Let's see. There, I was able to get out of it before. Oh, SU Dan. Never mind. Sorry. SU Dan. Okay. But it takes me to the root and /root once I get out of there. On a more technical level, a terminal or terminal emulator is the actual program that interacts with the shell. Okay, I get that part, right? Now, somebody, it might have been you, Monster, I can't remember. Somebody was in chat the other night, and I forgot to write it down. They mentioned something about downloading a terminal program. I don't even know what that's for or why. Maybe it was just a program that looks like the terminal and can do terminal stuff, but maybe it just looked different. I don't know. Sudo ls lha. Oh, okay. Okay, that makes sense. Okay. Because I'm in the root folder, it's requiring me to put in the sudo. Okay. And then to get out of root. So let me try that. I'm kind of curious now. So if I go back to my normal Dan folder, could I go to cd root? Or would it be sudo root? No. SU root? Yep, there we go. So SU root. Okay, that's easy. That's easy to remember. So SU root, SU Dan. Bam. Okay, perfect. Lovely. Well, I got that part down now. I think I got that down by heart. SU root. Password. And then SU Dan. All right, I got it. I'm good. Awesome. Perfect. Okay, now I'm a lot more comfortable. Okay. That helped a lot because now I can differentiate between root, where all the system files and stuff like that are, and then Dan home, like anything under Dan is going to be like my stuff, my book library, my coding directory, desktop, documents, downloads, music, etc., etc. All that stuff's in there. But everything that I shouldn't touch, or unless I really need to, is going to be under root. That makes a lot of sense. SU super user. Enter. Oh yeah, see, that makes so much more sense. You can just sudo app install. Let's try. A fun one is cool retro term. You can just sudo app install that. Sudo stands for super user. I think of it as being part of Windows logging onto the administrator account or right clicking as the. Yeah, you're exactly right. That's what we used to have to do. To literally to run some programs, I used to have to right click on it and run as administrator because you couldn't just on some programs you couldn't double click on it to open. It would say like access denied or can I open this file, but if you were to right click and use it administrator. So what was that cool? Let me Google that really quick. I'm just curious what it looks like. Oh, whoa, check it out. No way. Is that just like a is that an app that you can install after you download? Or it won't change my normal terminal, will it? Because I don't want it to modify my normal terminal. It looks really cool though. Okay. All right, let me go ahead and try that out. What's the cool retro term? So did that install it somewhere? Let's see. I couldn't open it from terminal. Oh, look at that, guys. Oh, that's sick. Oh, wow. That's funny. That's what I learned on right there. DOS. Actually, that looks more like what I used, but it was DOS. Yeah, it's super cool. Are there other programs out there like this? Yeah, I wouldn't use it daily. That would probably kill my eyeballs, but it's something cool to play with, you know. Console XFCE terminal, Xterm Ghostly Kitty. Oh man, I'm gonna have to take a screenshot of what you just typed. That is awesome. None look as fancy, mostly just the same thing with different color schemes. That would be cool for like a screensaver or something like that. Something just to keep up on your screen. It's pretty neat. See that looks more like the screen that I grew up with. It was all monochrome, like the ones we had in school. That's what it looked like right there. It didn't have like them lines running down and stuff, but it was all monochrome. If that's what it's called, I guess it's called monochrome. Uh, yeah, monochrome green. Use foot. Let's see what that is. I hate when they don't put pictures on here. Wait a minute. Oh, maybe this isn't the right thing. It's called foot terminal. That looks nice. I like that. Food team. I saw something about that somewhere else. Let's see. Oh, that's interesting. Control Alt F2 and then Control R Alt F8. Man, you guys must have been using Linux for a long time because you knew a lot about this stuff, man. Oh my gosh, you guys are wild. Whoa, check this out. Where's that one I just saw? There was one on here that was really cool that showed like a bunch of different stuff. Where was it at? Right here. What's this? Edex dash IU. What's that all about, man? That shows all kinds of stuff. It says the Tron's inspired terminal emulator for Linux. Linux users often deal with terminals, but look at the feel. After downloading, go to the download directory and use cmod command to provide execution permission. I want that. That's sick. I gotta figure out how to get that to work. To install DexUI, download the binary file for installation using widget command. I don't know what that is. You gotta type all that into your terminal right here. Let me close that real quick. And then yeah, where's is there like a, that's what I was looking for, was like a download link. Just a link to download the thing. I wish there was just like something that I could just download. Let's see. Hey, what's up, Braven? Yeah, we're just playing with some stuff on here. I'm watching the weather map out of my peripheral vision up on the left-hand side. It's up there right now. All up there. Are you watching the storms that are east of Dallas right now? There is a flash flood warning up there. They've lifted all the warnings right now. Oh yeah, let me go. What was this called again? Edex. Let me copy that. I think it's on GitHub. Let me see. Again, there's no pictures on GitHub. Oh, wait a minute, there is. See, GitHub kind of confuses me sometimes because sometimes it doesn't have like the link to it. So here's a UI Linux ARM 64. I think that's the one I need. And then there's x86. Which one do you guys use? Use the ARM? I think it's ARM I need. Let's see if that starts to download. Let's go home. Where is it? It's here somewhere. Oh, I remember now. I gotta go to properties. Permissions. Let's see if it opens here. Type uname A. I don't see anywhere on there where it says ARM. It just says x86. So, oh shoot, let me go back to the website. I might have downloaded the wrong one. X86 is the one I needed. Let me delete that one then. Let me go back to here and delete. So anything for this computer from now on, I need to download the x86. Let me actually write that down because I'm going to have to use that on my other computer to figure out what it is. What was it? Uname? And A to show archetype. Okay. Well, let me go in here now and see. That's not what I want. Let's get to her. Whoa. Whoa, check this out. What? 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 Check this out, dude. Oh my god. And it says if you have a touch screen and you can actually type on there. Dude, that's the sickest thing I've ever seen. Hey, you know how I ran it from my downloads folder? Can I take that app image and move it to another folder? And would it still work? That's really cool. How do I get out of it? I don't even know how to close out of it because it went to full screen as soon as I did it. Because it went to full screen as soon as I started using it, and now I can't minimize it. No, exit didn't work. Oh, there it goes. It worked that time. Yes, that was kind of cool. I'll have to play around with that later. I wonder if there's like a different versions of that so you can make it look like different colors and whatnot. Let me see something. Let me I'm gonna move it to my documents folder and see if it still works. Yep, it still works. That's really cool. I like to find more of those like that. That's pretty neat. It would probably get annoying after a while with all the sounds and stuff like that, but it wouldn't be something I could use all the time. But let's not have you try to exit out of Vim text editor. Yeah, it's definitely a cool toy. I like it. Oh, speaking of VM, let's see what the laptop's up to. Laptop is, it says 8 minutes left. Well, I don't know if that's for the current download or all of them. But while it says now it's down to 6 minutes, that's perfect. I'm gonna go get some more water. I'll be right back. Hopefully that's right. Hopefully it really is 6 minutes. How you doing, buddy? You been sleeping? You been sleeping? Mm-hmm. Why don't we try to night? Do you want anything? You want anything to drink or snack on? We don't have to put some more. Picking up on next week. Let's see. Well, it went up from 6 minutes to 14 minutes. It's probably because I'm tethered to my cell phone. Normally, if it was over my normal Wi-Fi, it'd be done by now. But that's my only choice right now. Because it's kind of jumping around. It's going like 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 3 minutes. That terminal definitely was cool. That was pretty neat. That'll be something to play around with when I'm not streaming. Well, while we're here, let's look at the satellite since you're in Germany. Let's go to let's see what's going on over there. I can tap into the satellite over there. Yeah, that would be super cool if I could do that. So here's the United States right now. This is what we're experiencing with the rain. Let me we got a huge amount of rain over the state of Kansas, central and eastern Oklahoma, north and east Texas right now. But we can there's several countries I can go into. I can go into the United States, parts of Canada, Caribbean, Korea, Australia, and over in Europe. On this app, I can get into Germany. All we got to do is switch over to single site radars. Here, let me change the color so it's easier to see. Let me turn it to gray. It's a lot easier to read there. It's loading up. There we go. Let me zoom in here. Let's check out y'all's radar. Here's a Dusseldorf coming up right there. It's not much on the radar at all. I can't pronounce any of these cities though. Here's Frankfurt. I do know how to pronounce that one. Looks like there's a little bit of rain to the south. I can't pronounce any of those cities. Let me zoom in. You probably can't read it on the stream because it's too high, but. All right, see ya. Or, dude, have a good night. I have to try Metro package on Mint. I don't think I have. We can zoom in Dusseldorf. You guys really don't have any precipitation over there right now. I'll go over there and let me Google it really quick. So it's called Linux Metro. Oh, hey, the update's just finished for the laptop. Now I wonder if it's going to show my wireless. Nope, it's not showing my wire card right now. So I ran the sudo app upgrade, everything finished. Okay. I'm gonna reboot. Whoops. When I click on the icon at the top, it says Ethernet network wired connection 1, which is the phone. And then it says VPN connections. But I have the file on my desktop with all the drivers for the wireless. Sudo app install firmware Realtek. Firmware. Realtek. Okay, it came back with Realtek is already the newest version. Not upgrading, or it says upgrading 0, installation 0, removing 0, not upgrading 1176. I could probably move the, let me see. I was going to say maybe I could move the camera to the desktop, but my camera isn't, doesn't have that kind of clarity, I don't think. And the cord wouldn't reach either. Let me see if I can find that website where it had. So I got the where's the drive at? Let me see. I got the drivers or whatever they are. I have them on a thumb drive, and I also have it. I copied them to the desktop. But there was a HP article on one of the Linux forums. And the name of it, RTW8852BE. Okay, it says type in like we did before, sudo apt-get update. And then it says sudo apt-get install make gcc linux dash header dash $ username dash r build essential g, or I'm sorry, essential git for Debian. Let me try that. Okay, it's downloading it now. Something here. I'll do the other command here as soon as this one finishes updating. All right, that one just finished. Let me try sudo apt-get install make gcc linux dash headers dash $ dan dash r build essential, I think it was git says command line option R from -R is not understood in combination with the other options. Did I type it right? Actually, I think I'm getting closer. Okay. It says you didn't make install. Oh. RTW. Wait a minute. Okay. Make. I'm getting closer. City make install. So close. Well, that's what I just typed. I type make, and then it comes up with make, and then it says error 2. And then the next thing that it says in the instructions to do is type in sudo make install. And then it says, after that, it says install -p or -m644, the file name. Install cannot stat 8852be.ko. No such file or directory. But that's not the file that I asked it to install. It should be rtw8852be. I wish I could bring this camera. Let's see. Yeah, that's, you're not going to be able to read that on there. It's too small. Are you running make while inside the correct directory? Um, I'm in the directory of slash RTW8852BE, which is I guess the directory where the drivers are. There's other directories inside of that, and there's one called make file. Let me pull open the README file again, because that's what I was going off of. I already did that, and then yeah, it's saying that I'm at the point where I should just type make, and then I get # rm-f dot symvers dot 8852be make arch x8664 cross multiply lib modules blah 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 all this stuff modules make entering directory home dan rtw8852b make lib modules again make leaving directory make file 635 module error 2. Yeah, I know. I wonder if now it says in the README file requirements bash, build essential, Linux headers, BC, GCC, make, and git. And then for installation for all distros, bash, git clone, git home this website, cd rtw8852be, and then you type make and then sudo make install. Let me let's see. Build. I don't have, oh, wait a minute. I don't know what build essential means. Oh, wait a minute. There were some updates. I just got something that says configuring post GRESQL. The post GRESQL database cluster 17 main can be upgraded to version 18. This will be attempted now. If no auto cluster upgrades are desired, uninstall and post GRESQL meta package. Alternatively, the cluster can later be upgraded by running command. Once the upgrade cluster has been validated to work, drop the old cluster using command something something. Oh, it's asking me if I want to upgrade post GRESQL cluster 17 main to 18. Man, this is a big ass thing. Holy cow. Oh man. But I accidentally hit update yes. It's updating whatever that thing is. Ugh. It's crazy to think that when you don't really know what you're doing, like myself, it takes like 5 hours to get your network card to work. It's so frustrating. Which is pretty important because when your network card isn't working, then I have to tether off the phone, which is really slow. Oh, really? You're getting the same error? Well, it's funny that you say that because when I typed into Google how to install the file name onto Linux, when I did it on one machine, it gave me one set of instructions. And then when I did it on the other machine, instead of like putting like sudo app dash git install. One Google research gave me sudo apt dash get install make gcc. And then another Google search, I typed literally the same exact thing in. It gave me a different result. It told me to type in something different. So I'm almost wondering if the instructions that Google gave me are out of date. But I don't really think it would be that big of a problem because it's not like it's a really new chip that they're using. It's a pretty commonly known chip in HPs, and it's been around for a while, at least from what I'm reading on the Linux support website. And then I also went on to another support site where there were posts from like 5 years ago about folks having trouble getting the chip to work. I'm gonna hit no on that. So I don't think it's like a new issue or anything, but apparently this chip and Linux don't play well together. Well, it works. It plays well with Mint. It just seems to be Kali seems to have the issue with it. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm going off of because it gave me it gives you 4 options. Like one of them will say for Ubuntu do this, for Fedora do this, OpenSUSE do this, and Arch do this. Of course, I picked the Ubuntu, and under the install instructions it says bash sudo apt get update sudo apt get install make gcc linux dash headers dash $ username dash r space build dash essentials dot get, and I think that went through okay. But when I typed in terminal, it said that it wasn't found. But I don't. That may have been not the right thing to do to see if it was actually installed or not. Yeah, it definitely. Because on this laptop, previously I installed Mint and it worked. It worked right out of the box. It was like as soon as the installation went through, wireless worked right away. It just seems to be an issue with Kali Linux. To finish installing that one thing, I'm going to go through now to see if that command worked for Build Essential. I'm going to do a sudo apt dash get install make gcc Linux what did I just do? I don't know what I just did. I didn't even finish typing it. I don't know what I did just wrong. I don't know what I did. I hit the wrong button or something. Oh my gosh, that's not what I want. What is this command line doing? Okay. Linux dash darn it. There we go. Okay, the command worked that time. It didn't work last time, but it worked this time, where it says install make GCC Linux headers. So that went through. The next step it says to do, it just says requirements. Or it says if any of the packages above are not found, check your distro install them. It says requirements, build essential. And when I type in build essential at the terminal, it says build essential : command not found. Let me go to Google. To determine if build essential package is installed on Debian-based Linux system like Ubuntu, you can use dpkg command. dpkg. -s build essential, and it says status installed, okay installed, priority optional, so it must be installed. Let me see if make is installed. Let's try Linux headers. Okay, it says Linux headers is not installed and no information is available. And it says package Linux headers has no installation candidate. Yeah, it's for that one I'm good. For build essentials, it's good. But for it says also under requirements Linux headers. And when I type in let me try it again. What was it? DK or DPKG -s Linux headers. It says Linux headers is not installed and no information is available. Use dpkg-info to examine an archive file. It's not a command? Okay. All right, well then the other one is BC. So let me do that dpkbc. That one is installed. Let's try GCC. GCC is installed. Make is not installed. Oh, I'm sorry, I typed it wrong. Sorry. Make is installed. And then Git, I'm pretty darn sure it's installed. Git is installed. So everything's installed. The only thing that I can't find is Linux headers. Oh. Well, then it would have to be installed then, right? I should have everything good to go. at, the, at the beginning of the installation instructions, the very beginning, it says requirements. You will need to install make, GCC, kernel headers, kernel build essentials, and Git. For Ubuntu, you can install them with the following command: sudo apt get update, sudo apt get install make gcc linux headers, username, all that stuff. I did that and it worked. Let me just make sure. And when I run that, it says warning, ambiguous qualifier R, died unknown qualifier R, package Linux headers is not installed. So not removed make is already newest version 4.41-3. GCC is already the newest version. So the only one that it's saying that there's a problem with is the Linux headers is not installed, so not removed. Build Essential is already the newest version. Git is already the newest version. BC is already the newest version. The following package were automatically installed and no longer required. And then it gives you a list of like 30 or 40 things. It says use sudo apt auto remove to remove them. Okay, wait a minute. Something's happening now. I typed in git clone https github.com lw finger and then the name of the thing, and everything went through fine. It says remote received objects 100%, resolving deltas 100%. And then now it says after I do that to type in cd RTW 8852BE. Hey, actually, that's the first time it's ever worked. And then it says type in make. Damn it. And then when I type in make, I get that error again. It says pound rm-f.symvers.8852be. Then it says entering directory, home Dan, the name of the folder, lib modules, Kali 64, all that stuff. It says no such directory, file or directory, stop. Leaving directory, home Dan, make file :635 : modules, error 2. Oh my God, dude. I'm going to restart and see something here. I'm going to restart the machine and see what happens. Oh. Well, now something different happened. I think it might have worked. Now, when I click on the icon at the top, it says wire connection 1 and then disconnect. But now it says Wi-Fi networks, available networks. I think it worked. Let me see if I can connect to my home network. I think it may have worked. Let me disconnect that. I'm going to restart it again just to see if the settings kept. I disconnected my phone. So hopefully after it restarts. Ignore Nightbot. Nightbot is so dumb. I'm almost tempted just to uninstall Nightbot. All right, here's the moment of truth. We restarted and see if it comes up this time. And I think it did. Oh my goodness. How long does this take me? 6.5 hours? Oh my gosh, dude. I think we have Wi-Fi, bro. Oh my gosh, it's working. It's working. Woohoo! We have internet. Oh my gosh. I didn't think it was going to work after that make thing didn't work. I thought we were toast. I thought we were done. I figured that was going to be like the last straw. Oh, thank you for your help, Siri. Now I can't remember what I wanted to do before I wanted to get the internet card going. Hey, well, at least I might not know what I'm doing, but I'm determined to get things to work. I won't stop. I'll just keep going and going. And if I can't get it done that day, you know, I'll just go to bed and pick it up the next day. Because most things, unless it's like a hardware issue or something like that, most things can be done. It's just sometimes you have to try a million things to actually get it to work. But I think one thing that's my problem is there's a terminology. I haven't learned all the terminology yet, so a lot of it's like almost like a foreign language to me. But I think as I learn more, and I'm definitely going to sign up for those courses on the on that website, the Linux website, and take those because I think that would help out a lot, especially at the front, like the beginner level. Well, I'm so happy because I really like using Linux Mint on my main machine because it's user friendly at this point for me, and it's really easy to use. But I think exploring with other distros might help me down the road as far as being able to troubleshoot and do different things. So I think it's good to work in two different environments, and then tomorrow explore getting that SSH to work so I can get the computers speaking with each other and sharing files. If I could do that, that would be like amazing to be able to do that. I'm not confident I can get it done tomorrow, but I'm going to do a lot of reading up and watching some videos to get that going. So, but I think what I wanted to do with Kali, because I don't plan on ever using really many of the applications that Kali comes pre-installed with. There's like a million of them. I want to get the programs that I use and make sure they're installed. Like I got to make sure they're like text editor, and then some of the different browsers and an Office program, so I can do spreadsheets, that kind of thing when I'm at work or whatever. So, but that's pretty cool. I'll definitely be messing around with that tonight. Let me see something here. What happened to my browser window? Let's see. Well, I think we accomplished a lot tonight and learned a lot. I did anyway. Learned a lot. Oh, why is it moving? But anywho, I think this would be a good point to call it a night, because it's almost 4 a.m. where you're at, and it's almost getting bedtime for me here. I gotta be up at let's see how many hours. 8. I gotta be up in about 6 hours. But anywho, thanks, Siri. I appreciate it. I appreciate your help. And I'm sure I'll be on sometime tomorrow night. And hopefully I will have had some of that SSH stuff figured out by that point. And all I got to do is I got to hook up a keyboard and mouse to that old computer. And I guess I'm just going to run Linux Mint on it for the SSH. Right on, Siri. All right, bud. You have a good day tomorrow, and I'll catch you later on. Thanks for coming out to the stream. I really appreciate it, man. Have a good one.